Hi subscribers, hi viewers. Beijing's economy continues to grow like in the first quarter of this year, which was 2022, and I want to explain why this is happening. And despite the COVID lockdowns, people do not understand the Chinese lockdown policies, because in the media, like if you watch some media and anything about China right now, it's about the harsh lockdowns in Shanghai. Let's not forget that we had some lockdowns in Shenzhen recently, and we had some lockdowns in Guangzhou, and we got some lockdowns currently. It's not really lockdowns in Beijing. These are partial lockdowns. It means like people prefer and choose to work from home and are advised to work from home if any issue is arising. Like recently I did a video about that was based on how and why we're having the community lockdowns. That's to prevent the spread of COVID. And it shows that, you know, the complete lockdowns are not failing the economy at all. We are seeing the rise in cost of living. Well, it's happening all over the world. But how about the inflation? The inflation that's happening in most countries right now, considering that the world considers, putting in mind that the world considers Beijing to have the so-called harsh lockdown. Not Beijing, China has got the harsh lockdowns, the inhumane lockdowns, and no freedom of travel, and the government is brutal, because this is what you see. Punishment of its citizens, this is what you see in the media against China. But nobody's saying like how successful Beijing has been able to stabilize its economy and to grow its economy despite the lockdowns. What people have to understand is why Beijing has done this, why China has grown its economy by something almost like 5% in the first quarter of 2022, despite other countries going into inflation. It's because China always prepares ahead. People do not understand and that how China prepares for the future. They have, if I tell you right now, like I say this, China has been buying enough grain so that if there's any world hunger or any issue, they are able to feed their economy, they are able to feed the whole country, right? It has prepared for hunger, for any starvation issues, and for any droughts. I need to change the bike. Today you'll see me changing the bike, because this one I got at the moment is a little bit rough. So in so saying is it is always preparing ahead. The COVID issue, remember there was the SARS, so China took some lessons from that, and they managed to prepare so that if the same issue arises again, they are able to control it. It's not going to affect production. This is not the first time there's been a serious virus or issue in China, so they are doing everything in mind of how it's going to affect them in the future. So the world has to actually consider and take into mind how China is doing it, and stop criticizing, because a lot of people are not really doing something that's important, which is learning. They are busy criticizing. And with the lockdowns, people are saying the Chinese lockdowns, watching it from the media because of this Shanghai thing, that's a completely shut down. The completely shut down happens, sorry, I've got to scan the barcodes. So with the Shanghai happened because it was becoming out of control. That's why they enforced a totally lockdown. So with the totally lockdown in Shanghai like that, what you have to consider is there's been 2 deaths reported in in the last few days. Sorry, I can say 2 deaths reported yesterday. These are the new COVID deaths that have happened. And what if there was no lockdown? The spread would have been beyond control. The spread would have been beyond control. It would have damaged and affected future business, the growth of the economy. It would have actually affected the Shanghai's economy. Let's not forget that Shanghai is a financial hub. It's not like Guangzhou, it's not like Shenzhen, and it's like Beijing. So most of those employees, what they'll do is they'll simply go straight and work from home. It does not affect how they work. It's like a COVID in London. It does not affect manufacturing mainly. If bankers and any official best working person can go work from home. Thank you for subscribing. Please like the video, leave a comment, ask any questions you want to ask. I'm going to do another video on e-commerce. And do not forget to click the notification button.